From the 18th century through the 20th, the Codman family took a great interest in the design of their grounds that surrounded their country seat in Lincoln, Massachusetts. John Codman transformed a commercial farm of about 700 acres into a country estate in the 1790s. Inspired by his travels to England, where he observed the work of landscape gardeners Capability Brown and Humphrey Repton, Codman incorporated many of their trademark design features into his extensive pleasure grounds: a sinuous water edge, picturesque groupings of trees, and broad lawns with sweeping vistas. In the 1860s, John Codman's grandson, Ogden Codman Sr., constructed terraces in front of the house, added unique specimen trees, and named the property the Grange. A major addition in 1899 was an Italian garden, which reflected the nation's growing interest in academic and classical design, as well as the family's own extensive travels in Europe. Ogden Codman Jr. became a well-known architect and interior decorator, and frequently designed gardens to surround his commissions, such as the one proposed for High Wall, the Oliver Ames estate in Pride's Crossing, Massachusetts. Beginning in the late 19th century, New Englanders increasingly sought the help of professional designers to plan their gardens. A pioneer of American landscape design, Arthur Shurcliff, was an early member of the American Society of Landscape Architects and helped establish the first four-year landscape program in the United States at Harvard University in 1899. Shurcliff began his professional career with the Olmsted firm. His designs for Alexander Cochrane's estate in Hamilton, Massachusetts, show the landscape professional's detailed and deliberate design process, including both presentation drawings used to help the client visualize the design and construction drawings, which laid out the project for the contractors. Greenhouses were often included as part of a large professional design. Plans for greenhouses are included among the surviving drawings by McKim, Mead & White for a proposed house for publisher Edwin Ginn of Winchester, Massachusetts. They were probably designed by Lord & Burnham, the Irvington, New York firm that constructed a large number of conservatories and greenhouses for public parks and private gardens in the United States. "All of our roads seem to lead us toward Hamilton House," wrote Emily Tyson to her friend, author Sarah Orne Jewett. Located on a high bluff overlooking the Salmon Falls River in South Berwick, Maine, the Georgian house was built about 1788 by prosperous West Indies merchant Jonathan Hamilton. For most of the 19th century, the house was owned by the Goodwin family, who used the property to raise sheep. Captivated by the colonial house and its evocative setting, Emily Tyson and her stepdaughter Elise purchased the property and the surrounding 110 acres in 1898. The Tysons immediately began to create a series of gardens compatible with the colonial character of the house. The elaborate sunken garden closest to the house was surrounded by a vine-covered pergola and accented with urn-topped columns. Up a short flight of steps was a rectangular cutting garden enclosed by an arbor vitae hedge. In 1906, a romantic studio built of salvaged colonial woodwork was added, complete with a cottage garden. An axial path punctuated by architectural elements unified these three gardens. One of the many garden writers who visited Hamilton House noted, quote, "In isolation, simplicity, and ripeness, the atmosphere of the whole place breathes of olden days, and might well be taken as a model for a perfect American garden." End of quote. For information on current SPNEA exhibits and other programs, click on the SPNEA logo. We hope you've enjoyed our presentation. I'm Laura Carlo for Antiques America.